This is the heart of StokTrib, attribution analysis. In this exhibit, we're attributing selection and allocation effects by region. There are also two other reports that do essentially the same thing, but attributing to sectors and attributing to styles. The sample portfolio here is an Emerging Markets Manager. The benchmark is the MSCI Emerging Markets Exchange Traded Fund. Let's look at the table at the top. At first glance, you would think that this is a pretty standard table. All attribution systems show this table. So how different can they be one to the other? Well, StokTrib is extremely different, and I want to show you how. Start by looking at the benchmark, these two columns C and D. All of the attribution measures wrap around these two columns, and of course include the portfolio as well. Now we can trust the portfolio results to be right, but what if the benchmark is wrong? Well, if the benchmark is wrong, all the analytics are wrong. Now the other important thing on this table are the attribution measures themselves. You see here the formulas that tie together the portfolio with the benchmark. You will not see these formulas in any other attribution system for cumulative periods. These formulas, without doing something special, just don't work for multi-period attributions because returns compound rather than add. So all the other attribution systems show the first four columns, and then they conduct what's called geometric smoothing in the background, and all the associations between those four columns go away. And you just need to trust the black box. You don't need to trust the black box with StokTrib. You can see those formulas, you can look at the entries in the first four columns, you can do your own hand calculation, and you can see exactly how the selection and attribution measures tie together with the weights and returns for the portfolio and the benchmark. So what is the magic in StokTrib that allows that to happen? Well, we've created a proprietary measure that we call effective return. And that basically is the allocation weighted return in each segment rather than the return that would be earned on that segment if held in isolation, which is what every other attribution system does. Effective rate of return is a major breakthrough in performance attribution. It is totally proprietary to StokTrib, and it really does enable us to show you things that you can't see anyplace else. So just to summarize, this may look like an ordinary table, but the way it's being populated is anything but ordinary. So the next thing you want to do, of course, is to see what the allocation selection effects are. We can look in the table, which is certainly a choice. But the graphic below is a nice visual to summarize what in fact has gone on in the last 3 years in this portfolio. And we see first that emerging markets, selection in emerging markets, subtracted quite a bit of value, almost 12%. And looking over to the left, the allocation effect is in red, the selection is in blue. The allocation to Asia-Pacific ex-Japan, which was quite low vis-a-vis the benchmark, subtracted value. And then moving over to the right again to the other country, the stock selection in other countries added a lot of value. So in total, if we look all the way over to the right, the selection effects added 10.65%, the allocation effects subtracted 4.54%. So in total, the portfolio outperformed the benchmark by 6.11%. Now, we need an action step because we want to do something on everything that we learn. And the action step in this situation would be to discuss the successes and failures. And the two major ones here are the selection in other and the selection in emerging markets, a success and a failure. And let's hear what the manager has to say about what he was thinking when he picked those stocks. Thank you.